Jerick McKinnon, who definitely had flashes of brilliance last year, ended up splitting a lot of his carries with Latavius Murray. It would kind of go back and forth. One of them would put up the big numbers, and we'd think they had a lock on the job. Then the other guy would come in. Of course, this was all after Dalvin Cook got injured. But Jerick McKinnon going to the 49ers for some big money. The Niners have been making a lot of moves. This is like everybody's deep sleeper to make the Super Bowl next year. What do you think about the McKinnon move to the 49ers?
It must be a deep sleeper indeed. There's no way they're making the Super Bowl.
I mean, they have a
next year.
quarterback who's like never lost an NFL game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I love Jimmy G as a Pats fan.
He's worth
that,
like what? Jimmy G's worth what? Like a mid-second round draft pick?
Oh my God. Disgusting trade. Absolutely horrendous trade, mismanagement of Jimmy G. Regardless, we're here worried about Jerick McKinnon because I could just go on all day about that. And there's two major reasons to love this signing, and you mentioned one of them already was the big money. You look at Jerick McKinnon, you think he might come in as a role player, as the pass catching back somewhere, but he gets 4 years and $30 million. I mean, that's top 4 running back money in the league right now. He's getting paid more than everybody other than 3 other guys, which is insane. You don't sign a guy to that money unless you're saying you're my workhorse, you're my main guy.
But this is the trend. This is the NFL trend right now. The 2 highest paid quarterbacks in the league are Kirk Cousins and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, it's the cap is being raised, which is making contracts just get more and more ridiculous as time is going. And that's why McKinnon signed to such huge money. It's a big deal. You don't give someone that money to be a role player in your offense. So obviously we still have the draft to get through it and see if they sign anybody else or draft, a lead powerful guy. But ultimately, if you're giving McKinnon that type of money, you're saying, this is my guy. I'm committing to you, which brings us to number 2, and way more important is it's Kyle Shanahan who's deciding that this is my guy. And when Kyle Shanahan loves you, then you absolutely feast. I mean, this guy has just churned out workhorse back after workhorse back, dating back to 2008 when he was the offensive coordinator in Houston with Steve Slayton. He was an absolute monster, over 1,600 total yards, 10 TDs, 50 receptions. The only time his workhorses have not succeeded is because of injury, or they just completely flat out sucked, and he just went with somebody else who took over and became a beast. So like in 2010, Portis sucked, but Ryan Terrain, some nobody, came in. Portis got hurt. Didn't suck. Got hurt early on in the year, and a guy named Ryan Terrain had a monster end of the season. Roy Halou the year after that. I mean, all these no names. Yet when he handpicks you, so like Alfred Morris, for example, back with Washington, over 1,600 rushing yards and 13 TDs as a 6th-round rookie. I mean, the guy just makes complete dynamos out of anybody. Devonta Freeman, who hadn't done anything until Shanahan got there. He's had those 2 monster seasons in 2015 and in 2016, even splitting time with Coleman. So, I mean, those guys are monsters. Even Carlos Hyde, who was deemed to not be a great fit, racked up nearly 1,300 total yards, 8 TDs, and 59 catches. Those 59 catches are really what's the key here, is Hyde's not a great receiver. He never was known as a great receiver, whereas McKinnon is. McKinnon's an incredible pass catcher, so if Hyde can rack up nearly 60 receptions, I can only imagine what we're going to see out of McKinnon. Just 2 years ago, Freeman had 73 catches. I think McKinnon could totally approach those numbers. The zone blocking scheme is fantastic. Shanahan's track record is fantastic. The only thing that stinks about Shanahan is sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get. It's going to be the rookie comes out of nowhere and takes the job. But if you're paying somebody $30 million over 4 years, and let's let this guy dominate. So I'm really, really excited to see what McKinnon does there. He goes from a handcuff type of guy to now a potential low-end RB1, going to fly up into like late second-round territory for me after being an afterthought. Definitely the biggest winner of free agency, I would say, is Jerick McKinnon.